I'm here at Red Bull Hardline Wales, the hardest mountain bike race on earth, checking out some of the rigs that are coming flying down this track. Let's go check it all out. We're here at Red Bull Hardline, checking out some of the bikes that are coming down this incredibly gnarly course, including that one. Got it just right. So yes, this is an invitation only race. It's the best riders in the world, and that means there's some really, really interesting bikes that we're checking out in this video. Let's get on with the bike checks. All right, we've got Matt Jones with his Marine Quake. Matt, tell us about your bike.
Yeah, this is my hardline bike for Wales 25, so it's my first time ever riding a size large Quake. I mean, bigger bikes just seem to handle them a lot better on the technical stuff, so I'm embracing that fully. I've got Halo wheels, it's a mullet, okay, so you can run a 29 front and rear on this bike, but I've got it as a mullet. Erlin suspension with a coil. This has got the highest compression kind of custom tune in the fork and the shock. This year I'm running an insert for the first time, a rim pack tyre insert, which honestly feels amazing. It's meant that we could let a couple of PSI out, so I'm running 28 at the rear. In Tasmania I was running more like 30. I think 25 in the front. It's also my first time running 220mm Shimano rotors, so I'm getting so much more braking power. It feels brilliant, and stopping is one of the hardest things on this course by far. I've got 165 cranks. This is actually like a pro-only Saint crank that can fit this like floating O-chain device, which is sick. So honestly, compared to where I've come from to now, we're putting so much thought into how we set this bike up, and it's really I notice it so much. It's incredible. I've got a tiny cassette, but I do the whole track in 4th gear. I don't change gear once. I'm not even sure if I'm going to pedal in my race run. So it's a very unusual race. I'm embracing it fully. I'm a bit of a fish out of water here, but I've got the bike for it, and yeah, it's a sick event. Love it.
Matt, appreciate that. Thanks obviously to Red Bull for putting out some music while we're doing that. So hopefully you've all heard all those bits and details. But yeah, how are you feeling about the course? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's the best it's ever run. The trail builders have done a lot of work on patching things up, but even this morning, now people are picking up the pace, it's getting smashed to pieces. So the next 24 hours are going to be telling of how like gnarly it really gets. But yeah, I am actually kind of loving it, yeah.
Sick. Well, looking forward to watching it. Best of luck with the race, and catch you on the other side.
Thanks so much.
Cheers, dude.
Legend.
All right, we've got Asa here with the Frameworks. Pretty special machine. How's it been going this weekend? First time in Wales?
Yeah, first time here. Track's insane.
Yeah.
Bike's working good, yeah. The weather's nice, so it's been cool.
Wales never fails, mate. It's what it's always like here.
I've heard. No, it's cool, it's been nice.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the track, hit everything. You've done a few top to bottoms already?
Yeah, a couple T to Bs. It's been great.
All right then, well let's check the bike, because the bike's kind of pretty special. So
yeah, for sure.
Let's talk us through it. It's one obviously that we don't see too many of on the circuit.
Yeah.
Pretty much just you, right?
Basically one of a kind. Frameworks Racing chassis, like rig here in the middle. Nico Molly, not hand built, but it's hand built out of Vermont from Frank the Welder. We got Fox suspension. Suspension's been working good. It works a lot this week at Hardline. You're gonna be using it a lot. So
yeah.
It's important. We got spank bars, TRP brakes. These things are working good. NV wheels have been holding up. It's definitely a big thing with these big compressions and everything, so that's cool. Got Conti tires for this race I'm running 26 PSI in the front, and 30 in the rear.
Okay, so that's quite high.
Yeah, I've always ran a higher, like usually for World Cups I run 24 and then like 30, 29 in the rear. So I just went up a bit in the front for like rolling off the front, like for like the top, like just a bunch of the jumps. The compression in the lip is like super gnarly and you don't want the tire rolling, you know? So
okay.
Just kept it stiffer for that. For the suspension, I'm running, I got 285 in the rear and then 96 in the fork with 6 volume spacers.
Whoa, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then 12 cc's of volume spacers in the shock.
So pretty stiff setup?
Yeah, I like it definitely stiffer for sure.
Yeah. What does that give you then? Like a better sort of pumping hitting the big jumps, or?
Really good for the compressions obviously in the jumps, but the shock suspension is still super soft off the top, so it doesn't really affect much of the rock garden areas.
Okay.
So you can run it that stiff and then, yeah. It's been working great in the rock gardens too, so.
Happy days. Are you running any inserts in there?
No, I've never ran inserts actually.
Huh.
I just don't like how they feel, and usually you don't run them with the NVs because the NV rim has that rim strip that wraps around it. So, yeah. And
in terms of feel then, like what is it about the feel of an insert that you don't particularly like?
It's just kind of like if you've ever ridden a moto and you like have ever ridden like a moose, it's just like kind of like a dull feeling you get whenever you're really riding wherever. I just don't really like it. I kind of like it when it's like the sharp feeling on the tires, like when you're riding, it just feels a bit dull to your hands and feet. I don't know, it's a weird thing that I've caught up on. But
Okay.
you got the O chain down there. That's just like also really helpful. It just calms the bike down a lot, which is nice in like steep sections where you're like maybe getting kicked forward.
Okay.
It could be like your feet and stuff. So if it's just makes the whole bike feel more planted.
Sick. And then you're on a full TRP drivetrain,
Yeah.
small little block on the back, and some 220 rotors front and back, or what?
Yeah, 220. 220s on there, front and rear.
Plenty of power. And there's no mass dampers or nothing funny on there. No added weights or anything.
No, we took off the added weight on the bottom bracket. We usually run at World Cups, but I mean here I don't want any extra weight on the bottom bracket, bringing them down. It's just like I was thinking in the compressions and everything, I just wouldn't want it like extra weight really.
Yeah.
And so we kept that.
There's some pretty cool machining on the rocker links there. It's it's definitely like a hand-built bike or like a bespoke-built bike. It's pretty sick.
For sure. Yeah, we got these sick little engraved like flames in the sides too. Yeah. But I think there's actually a thicker like bolt through there for just like this race, just because the compressions are so gnarly, and you bottom out the shock and then you keep going through the travel, keep going through whatever there is there. So it's definitely gnarly.
We popped by your pits earlier on and there's some guys doing some telemetry stuff on there. What was that all about?
Yeah, so there's telemetry front and rear, just to like measure the shock and torque obviously, but then there was like these sensors on the frame. I don't know too much about it, but it was to measure like the forces going into the frame. And I mean, we did it on the gnarliest track so we could see just the biggest compressions you could possibly get really on a bike, to see the forces going into the frame, to be able to like test that in a lab for the other bikes that Nico's going to be making.
Right, okay.
Which is like a good idea, so.
Mate, really appreciate your time.
No worries.
Sick bike, like proper cool to have like back to almost like the hand-built sort of world. It's pretty sick, eh? So yeah.
Yeah, my favorite part about it, if you crash if you crash or like scratch up the frame, you're not gonna get like crack the carbon up front or anything, and if you get a little scratch, you can take it out with some sandpaper or something.
Perfect.
Old school, it's the best.
There we go, some good old welds on there as well, man.
Oh yeah.
Sick. Well, best of luck, man. Have a good race.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Catch you soon. I know it's cliche to say, but in reality, this road gap is so much bigger than you can imagine. It is huge. I don't think he was the only one going, ooh. All right, here with Lou Ferguson, straight up British champ. Congratulations on that. That was wicked to see.
Thank you.
And it sounds like you've been ticking off everything here. Pretty sick.
Yeah, so we're at Hardline and I've been loving it. Just trying to get through all the features and had a great day. Gonna try and get a full run this week. So.
Sounds like it's been going pretty well.
Yeah, I've been loving it.
Excellent. And you have been filming with our Max, our man over there, because you guys are doing a little mini documentary of the whole weekend, which is coming out in a few days' time on the MBUK TV channel. Stay tuned for that, which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited just to see it all from someone else's perspective, and keen to share everything going on behind the scenes.
Happy days. Yeah. Now, in terms of tech, you're pretty lucky because you do have Intense M1 prototype hand-welded by Jeff Stieber, is that right?
I do, yeah.
There ain't many of those in the world. That is pretty cool. So we're gonna have a quick look. So do you want to talk us about the bike?
Yeah, so this is my M1. It's a size medium, it's mullet. We're running the gearbox, which is brand new this year. So I wasn't actually meant to run the gearbox at the first World Cup, and then it just kind of happened. So I'm not complaining, but it didn't take long to get used to it, and I've just been loving the feel. So the extra weight's really good for racing, and it's just all in the right place. I can feel like there's loads of traction. It's not too complicated as well. Like, I'm not worried about my derailleur getting a hit when I'm going through rock gardens, and the shifting felt a little bit strange at first, but it's just so natural now. Okay. So
Are you shifting under power, or?
You can shift at any point. So during a race run, it's pretty handy when there's a moment but it's still kind of busy. You don't need to pedal, you can just change, and then going into the next section you're in the right gear. So it's really sick actually. Then we've got EXT suspension. So it's my first year on EXT, and they're really really good. So as soon as I got on, I just felt like I didn't get as much arm pump. So loving the forks. They're actually upside down. Oh, look at that. Yeah, and the shock, we haven't changed much for Hardline. We did talk about going a bit slower and stiffer, but when Casey, my mechanic, he changed it, I got on, and I just felt like it felt not like my bike, a bit alien. So we ended up changing it back to my race settings, and so far so good. And then next thing, so Joe Breeden has designed these bar ends. Yeah, I'd recommend giving them a go if you struggle with like arm pump or like fatigue, or like you just want to rest. Like, he's blown his hand in race runs before, so he designed them just to like offer a bit more support on the old arms. So
cool. You're running Maxxis tyres, so we've got an Asa guy at the front and a Minin at the back. Have you changed anything in terms of pressure? Are you running an insert in there?
No, so usually I ran 22, 23. When I raced last week at British Champs, I did put my tyre pressure up a lot, but everyone was just killing wheels, so I managed to make it through with both my wheels like intact, which was mint. But yeah, just usual pressure, so it's a bit more predictable. And the tyres, I'm going Assegai and DHR, but I have been running the high rollers as well at points this year, and yeah, they hook up really good.
Okay.
But I just thought, it's not super loose up there. Like, quite often it's like hard pack or like slatey rocks, so I just thought these would be pretty good. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Lewis brakes.
Lewis brakes.
Yeah, Lewis
let's talk
brakes.
about those, because they're not particularly common on the scene, and an interesting company.
Yeah, they're really cool actually. I had never heard of them before. Joe got them on board to support the team, and the lever feel is super light. Like, I'm a big fan. I always get questions about them and people seem a bit skeptical, but no, like 10 out of 10, like, love them. They feel really powerful. We've got 220 roar on the front and then 200 on the back, and yeah, I don't really struggle to slow down, although I did struggle the other day hitting the cliff drop, but that wasn't the brakes, that was me.
That's gravity, isn't it?
Yeah, that was just really fast into a chute, but yeah, I love the brakes, and I love the bike. Yeah. I honestly, I quite often get told at races that it just looks like it's working really well. Uh-huh. And I believe it. Like, I don't have as much of a reference. I haven't been ridden a lot of brands, but I got on this bike and it just feels so natural, and like, just feels like home already. So, but I'm super lucky. Like, the whole bike's styled.
I think of all the bikes here that we've seen, like, this is for me like one of the most lust-worthy. Like, that's a proper downhill machine that I'm. Yeah, it's kind of cool because I'm not much of a bike nerd, but then everyone always comes up to me because because Joe is, and Jeff like has done such a good job, and like EXT are like not new to the scene, but they're definitely new to the downhill forks, and there's just so much good feedback on all of the products, so. Happy days.
Yeah. Also, the one-up bars.
Oh yeah.
Love them as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Those are comfort.
Yeah. Just like super nice. I wouldn't run anything else. So yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
Lou, thanks so much. Best of luck for this weekend. Congratulations on last weekend as well.
Thanks.
And appreciate the bike check. Thanks for that.
No worries.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Hello. Little frog. He flew a long way off that. That was pretty wild. All right, Josh, here with your prototype Cannondale. How's it been going so far?
Yeah, really good, mate. This is track's very similar to last year. Uh-huh. My bike's very similar to last year, and we've had a few little upgrades. I've got the XTR brakes on there now, and I've got the Michelin tyres.
Very flash.
Yeah, loving it, mate. Loving it. Coming in with a few improvements.
Well, let's have a look at the bike. So. It's the prototype Cannondale downhill bike. Tell us about it.
It is indeed, yeah. This thing's been around for some time, and we're, still in development with the Lab 71 edition downhill machine. I can't go into too much detail, but I have been changing a few bits. I changed some settings for when I went to backyard battle on it at Barrows probably a couple of months ago now. Made it a bit more agile, shall we say. Okay. And last year I came here and I hadn't had loads of time on it, so I had it in the longest, slackest, safest, stablest setting I could, and I actually found when I got tired I was struggling to move the bike as much as I needed to through the tight corners and a few bits. So anyway, I've made it a bit more agile with a few of the flip chips and whatnot, and I didn't have a Michelin tyres last year, so absolutely loving them. I'm able to run a much softer pressure in them.
Okay. Roughly what are you talking?
I'm 22 on the front and 26 on the back, which is sort of normal on the back, but way softer than I would run on 2 psi softer than I would run on the front. Huh. And in winter I was down to like 18 on the front crazy and my grip's just phenomenal. So
Right.
feeling really comfy on them.
Have you got inserts in there or?
No inserts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not needed them?
No, I haven't. I've never. I mean, not one flat on the tyres, and I've been on
Okay.
them months, so really good. And then fresh hookup from Shimano, and the guys at Madison. So absolutely buzzing with the XCR brakes. Formula sent me some new suspension.
Okay.
So it's an old machine with some fresh bits, and
Yeah.
it's feeling good.
Well, everyone likes the look of it though. You've got a little sticker on the back with a few little details on there. What's that all about?
Yeah, that is, the guys in Wilton have been using this bike briefly before it came to me. I mean, it was as good as new, but that's to do with some of the linkages and things they'd been running, which is the same as what I run. It's my preferred setup of the stuff I've tried.
Okay.
Can't go into too much detail, but that's some of them figures.
So that's
got
like
my-
frame progression and things like that.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And then I've got my 65mm
Yeah.
bars on, so they're feeling mint. I'm able to like trim the steerer right down, run the crown. I've only got 5mm of stanchion poking out of my top crowns. I've got a 5mm stack under my stem and a 65 bar, and I think these twiglets, I'm like, I sort of favour the back end of the bike a little bit, and it gives my upper body a bit more, less, it puts
Less of a pounding.
Exactly.
Right.
And then I'm so grateful when it gets steep down this bottom section, man, you're just in the chop, and it's just big impact.
Yeah.
So grateful for that by the time I've got down.
I'm right, is there an 80mm rise as well on them?
There is, yeah, I've been running out on my hardtail, but most, 65. I mean, typically I'd run my 50 with a bit of a stack beneath my stem, and then it's like, well, I can just go flush with that, keep it all clean, run them 65s, and everything's looking lovely. So yeah, buzzing with that. 80s on my hardtail and the Sur on.
Happy days.
Yeah. What else can I think of? 160 cranks, or 165 cranks actually. So my father-in-law comes from an engineering background, and he actually has classic motorcycle showroom, but they make their own bits and bobs, and I fell in love with my SL so much, right around the 19 kilo mark.
Uh-huh.
Like, I just think the bike rides so well, so we've made a little cradle around the BB and goes to the ISCG tab, and we've weighted this up to match the weight of my SL. So I'm pretty much riding an e-bike with no motor.
I was going to ask, because obviously a lot of downhillers use e-bikes to train,
Yeah.
and if you're using it so much, is it beneficial having a bike that feels the same as the e-bike?
Well, we just did some back-to-back runs where I took the weight off, took it on, played about with different weights, and like the stability in it sort of took out some of the chatter, and I just really, really like having that ballast, especially down low. And so that's where we're at. We've got the custom weight block, and it's about 19 kilo the bike, which is on the heavy side, but I absolutely love it.
Wicked. All right, well, thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and best of luck, man.
Top man.
Cheers, dude. All right then, man of the moment, Roger Vieira, has been taken on to Pivot Factory Racing for the season. Must feel pretty good. How's it going?
Oh yeah, it's like a dream coming true. Really happy for the opportunity. Yeah, just only thank like all the Pivot team, Bernard, and everyone else involved, and enjoying and trying to have fun.
So you got your Pivot Phoenix. It's a pretty cool machine actually. But do you want to talk us through some of the setup stuff you've got for Hardline and the bike itself?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm running the Fox 40s in the front. We changed it a little bit, the settings from the World Cups. Obviously here you have like huge jumps and you land quite heavy into the jump, so I closed up a bit compression, went up 2 psi on the forks. I went on the Fox coil shock on the rear, and I went up in spring as well, spring rate, and I also closed a bit low speed compression just to have a little bit more support when like you land deep into the jumps. And like suspension wise, that's pretty much it, all the changes. And then we are on the Conti Crypto tires, and we have like an insert on the rear, the Panzer insert, and yeah, we've been using that like pretty much all season, which is pretty dialed.
What sort of pressures are you running in there?
So I went up a little bit from what I normally use in World Cup. So I'm 23 psi in the front and 27 in the rear. I only went 1 psi higher because I am already like on the high spectrum on like the World Cup. So I went 1 psi each tire, and yeah, it feels good.
Okay, so pretty cool setup down here, dual chain. Can you talk us a little bit through that?
Yeah, so yeah, it's literally does the same job as a high pivot bike, but it's just like different. Yeah, just a different way of doing it. So it's like an idler and in there.
In terms of wheels, you've got i9 Hubs, Reynolds Wims, and you're running Shimano setup on there, XTR brakes, Saint at the back. All running nicely, yeah?
Yeah, everything pretty dialed, like can go wrong with Shimano. Super reliable, super strong, and yeah, super good. Same thing with the wheels, like these Reynolds rims are really strong. Yeah, like super like impressed with them.
Yeah.
The Industry 9 hubs as well, really good. Enjoying so far. And yeah, and then to top up with, we got like obviously the rental cockpit, which is really nice and tidy, and yeah, some WTB saddle. And yeah, that's pretty much
pretty cool.
Oh, Cranky Brothers as well, Cranky Brothers pedals, and my favorite grips, ODIs, the long necks. Yeah.
Now there is something zip tied to the bottom of the bike.
Yeah. So like the Pivo is a very light bike compared to all the other downhill bikes. So we have strapped down the bottom bracket like a kilo there.
A kilo?
Yeah, it's a kilo.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot because it's just a really light bike, and I'm on the small as well size, so it's even lighter. And I'm a small guy, like light, so just trying to get like that weight. So it carries a bit more speed, like on the fast stuff, and it's just a bit more stable as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
And feels good.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Yeah. You definitely notice the difference. Like the bike is super agile without, and like super nimble, which is really good. But then on the World Cups, when you're going flat out, like the extra weight like helps a lot. Yeah.
Okay. No Chumas dampers, no fancy chain rings, just straight stock, other than a bit of weight on the bottom bracket.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Happy days.
The only thing I have different is like a 6mm headset angle, so just 6mm forward.
Ah, okay.
So because it's a small bike, it's quite short, but like the gap between small and medium is quite big. So yeah, 6mm forward. That is like a nice spot for me.
Happy days.
Yeah, man.
Roger, been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Best of luck for the race. We'll be watching and love to see it on pivot as well.
Nah, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
That's the end of our first Red Bull Hardline Bike Checks video. There's Laurie going past, pretty cool. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. In a couple of days there will be another bike check video, so check that out. And in a few more days' time, we've been following Lou Ferguson throughout her whole Red Bull Hardline weekend. Fingers crossed she makes it all the way down in Awana. It's going to be a sick vid. Keep subscribed to the channel, check it out, like, subscribe, comments down below, you know the score.